Approaching target area. Drop in T-minus 60 seconds.
It's Fulcrum, right? I'm Torque. You weren't in training, were you? Shit like that I'd have remembered. This your first time? Sorry, bit of K-class humor there. Just very excited to be here. Super, super excited.
Positions, everyone. Remember, you do this for the glory of the Decepticons.
For the Decepticons!
$15 minutes before the DJD kick down the door and start killing us in a variety of bold and innovative ways.
Misfire, please. We can handle this.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about the army of Phase Sixers you keep hidden in your chest compartment.
I've been signaling my squad. They'll save us.
I think Flywheels is praying.
Hey, Twitch. You really think Primus cares about people like us?
Yes?
Croc, I don't get what's happening. There are two sides, the Decepticons and the Autobots. We're the Decepticons, and in 13 minutes' time... No, I get that. What I don't get is why we don't just give the DJD whoever it was that did the bad thing. Don't look at me. I'm as loyal as...
Always done what I'm told, and most committed Decepticon you could ever...
This is ridiculous. No one's going to confess anything. And besides, everyone knows the DJD make it up as they go along. We could all be on the naughty list, and for no good reason. No. As far as I can see, we have 12 minutes to select one of 3 options. Option 1. We talk to them and persuade them to leave us alone.
Madness! We've got more chance of teaching Spinister to memorize the Autobot code!
Option 2. We run away.
Insanity! They'll hunt us down!
Option 3. We fight them. What? Why is fighting them... No, seriously. Why is fighting them so absurd?
Because fighting the DJD is just certain death, with more letters! It's suicide with more delusions of survival!
I'm with Croc. Option 3. We fight. Yeah, me too. Option... whatever.
What? Why?
Because that badge belongs to us, not them. Okay, Croc, we've got 10 minutes. How are we gonna play this? We're scavengers. We're going to do what we do best. We're going to make use of what's left behind. Still want to do this, Skids? Why? Is it gonna hurt? I mean, I can take it, but... Is it? Relax, tough guy. I'm reliably informed that having your memories read feels like deja vu. And the puncture wounds only show up under ultraviolet light, so you get to keep your chiseled good looks. I thought we were doing this in your hab suite. Rewind disapproves of me injecting. In any case, he's got people around.
Oh yeah, movie night. What are they watching again?
Oh, some ancient public information film. Proteus's Promise. It's educational, apparently.
Ah, that would explain why World bailed.
You know what, Skids? You puzzle me. I wasn't going to say anything, but you do. I remember you from way back, from the heist. But after the war started, you disappeared. We thought you'd been killed.
Killed?
No offense, but you weren't the hardiest of individuals.
I didn't disappear. I joined the diplomatic corps. That's what I do when I'm not being a theoretician. I persuade other races to support the Autobot cause.
And you do this armed with only your wits? Your mastery of intergalactic relations? And your arsenal of concealed weaponry? Look, Chromedome, I'm a practicing master of Metallicato, who can recite the minutes of 1,000 Pervian trade summits. I find myself as incongruous as you do. Anyway, I thought you liked having amnesia. Who told you that? You told Swerve, right? So assume everyone on board knows. In fact, assume everyone on Cybertron knows. In fact, assume that distant alien races, otherwise untouched by civilization...
Okay. Point taken. At first, I thought the gaps in my memory would give me the freedom to be whoever I wanted to be.
And then you realized how lame that sounded?
Well, no, It's your fault, actually. After we had that talk on Theophany, I decided that abandoning my lost memories amounted to a kind of betrayal. All those people I've met, all those people who've touched my life. I mean, I don't know if there are any, but that's kind of the point. I hate to think I might have forgotten them. So come on then, back of the neck. See if you can solve me.
Okay, we're set. Grimlock's been suspended in a weak Propex solution, a preservative. I've laced it with the circuit speeders we found in that monster con. When the DJD get close, I can press this button and catalyze the speeders remotely. The second they enter his energon stream, they'll be shocked awake.
I wonder why they didn't kill him. It's freaking Grimlock! If he was your prisoner, and you were done with him, you'd kill him, right? You would. I would.
We're being hailed. This is it. Look brave, everyone.
Fellow Decepticons,
Your target's dead, Tarn. We've left him out for you to collect.
You should come out and meet us, so I can thank you. Even if my preference would have been to dispose of Fulcrum personally.
Guys, please. I can explain.
It's too late for that. They're here.
You are being deceived. How often Megatron's most famous rallying cry springs to mind?
Wait a second.
Still, I could never resist a closed coffin.
Now! Come on, let's leave them to kill each other.
You kidding? I want to see this through to the end.
Damn, Dinobot! I'd forgotten how much I hate you.
Something's wrong with Grimlock. He's getting tired.
It's an intoxicating feeling.
Okay, now we split.
Oh, Misfire. Your timing is as bad as your targeting.
Oh, this is messy. Your medium-term memories, everything that's happened in the last 12 months or so. They're just not here. So find them. They're not hidden. They've been destroyed. All that's left is... what is it? An impulse? No. An imperative. It's the need to escape. Huh. Dig deeper.
Hey, why'd you pull out?
Because a good surgeon knows when it's not safe to continue.
What do you mean?
Anterior amnesia. It's when a life event is so traumatic, you force yourself to forget it. The attack on your recent memories has given you an opportunity to bury the older stuff.
Rubbish. I want to remember.
Right. It's just... I can see what your older memories are, and I can see why you'd want to bury them. And, truthfully, I worry what would happen if I dug them up. I'm sorry, Skids, but I'm doing you a favor. There's this song, this melody. I don't recognize it, but I hear it in my head all the time. Did you hear it? Just now? Yes. And did you recognize it? Yeah. It's called the Empyrean Suite. Means nothing to me. Good. Let's hope it stays that way.
Stop struggling and come inside, flywheels.
Spare my spark.
No offense, but your feet are massive. We'll just have to do this head first.
Spare my spark!
Flywheels!
Hold still, Genericon. Voss has a favor to ask. Wear my face. Excuse the pronunciation. He's still learning.
I was aiming for the other guy! Obviously.
You've not met my pet Spark Eater, have you? He tends to chew sparks rather than eat them, but... Spark Chewer. It doesn't really work, does it?
Where are you going, Fulcrum? Get out there and fight! You're hopeless. We're all hopeless. This is hopeless. What made us think that we could possibly stand up to... Oh, you beauty.
It won't surprise you to learn that I've read Bonsaitron's files on each and every Decepticon. That's every Decepticon ever. From the most decorated member of the Conclave to the lowliest energon-shoveling petty officer. I rank them, you see, in my head. I arrange them according to their strength, their intelligence, their loyalty, their order of importance. At the top, Megatron, our founder, the Tardian who dared to ask questions. And at the bottom, well, here's the thing. I don't know how you've managed it. I sincerely don't know how you've managed it. But you seem to have joined forces with the 6 biggest failures of all.
Stout-hearted Decepticons and DJD scum! May I introduce... Mighty Mega Puncher! If you can hear me down there, Croc, I finally remembered what the P6s were famous for. Their accessories!
It's just a Cybernaut. Take it down! Fulcrum! No more distractions. Come out and face the music!
Up here, Tarn. I've prepared a speech.
Trust me, no one gives a flying...
Tough. I'm gonna speak, and you're gonna listen. After that, whatever. I was lucky. I was forged when the Decepticon Empire was at its peak. We'd overthrown our oppressors. We'd torn down a system that served only those at the top, and we turned outwards, refining the galaxy by cleansing it of organic races, too backward to recognize their inferior nature. And you know what went wrong? People like you. The thugs and the sadists and the psychos. People for whom the war was a convenient excuse to inflict pain. Yesterday, my faith in the Decepticons was restored. I met 6 Scavengers, and they were average and normal and brilliant. And they fought on my behalf when I really didn't deserve it. And I know you look down on them, but each one of them is worth 10 of you. So what I'm about to do, I do for them, and for everyone else the DJD has murdered. This is for everyone who's ever turned and fled in protest at what the Decepticons have become.
I don't believe it. You're running?
No, Tarn. I'm jumping.
Clear the area! Well, that was a letdown. I thought K-Class were supposed to pack more of a punch.
Tarn! Tarn! I found him! I've been scanning for his energy signature like you said, and I know where he is!
Overlord? Finally. Everyone, to the ship! To those of you who can still hear me, congratulations! You've been added to the list. And Grimlock, don't worry. We'll work our way down to you eventually.
What kind of a stunt was that?
I should be dead. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I'm not, but being dead is kind of the unavoidable side effect.
Yeah, that's probably our fault. First thing we did when we found you was remove your explosive charge. We didn't want you blowing up while we were frisking you for spares.
But that's incredible. That takes phenomenal skill.
Spinister did it. Stupid as hell, but a genius with his hands. Did I not mention that in my introduction?
He'll live, since you asked.
Poor Croc. His squad never did turn up.
I don't think they'll ever turn up.
No? Why?
Just ask him to show you what's in his hand sometime. Then you'll understand.
What's that look for? I can't tell whether you want to shoot me or... Actually, the shooting vibe is all I'm getting.
Why were you on the DJD's list?
I was convicted of cowardice. We were cyberforming Balar 39. I was project manager and, yeah. We were attacked by the Autobots. What can I say? I'm a techie. I ran. A few weeks later, my superiors caught up with me. I was sent to Styx and sentenced to death by Traitor's Wheel. On the day of my execution, the order came down from on high. Every Decepticon prisoner was to be re-engineered, fitted with a payload, and forced to join the K-Squads. A marginally less painful death. I don't know if you know how K-Cons work, but once you've jumped, you can't help but switch to bomb mode. Except in my case, nothing happened. You've heard of the phrase paralyzed by fear, right? Right? Hello?
Sorry, Fulcrum, we kinda lost interest. Come over here and check this out.
He started making little noises. First it was frightening, then it was funny, then it was kinda sad. Now it's funny again. He's trying to get up. What do we do, Fulcrum?
The war's over, Crankcase. We help him up.
I'll handle this.
Don't introduce him to everyone.
Look at my hands, Grimmy. You're witnessing a sophisticated form of military parley. It's called a timeout. It means no fighty-fighty.
Muh.
Ma? Ma what?
Muh.
Misfire?
Muh.
Mortalus? Moonbase 2? Militant Monoform Movement?
Muh. 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 Me. Grimlock.
Emergency huddle.
That's why he was left on the ship. He's practically brain dead. Everything we saw before with the DJD, that was just instinct. He can't understand anything we're saying. I don't think he even knows where he is.
Let's take him with us. Let's go back home to Cybertron and take him with us.
But he's a sworn enemy.
It's called hedging your bets. If the Autobots have won, and we pitch up with one of their own in tow, having taken care of him, then maybe, I don't know, maybe we get forgiven, or exonerated, or whatever needs to happen in this crazy post-war world. But if us cons have won, then we get to say, look, Megs, we've captured one of the most powerful Autobots of all time, and bang, we're heroes. Honor restored.
That, amazingly, makes sense. That is a Croc-worthy plan.
So it's settled. We'll fix up Croc, scoop up Grimsy, power up the WAP, and set course for Cybertron.
Okay. But before we rush off and have all sorts of adventures, aren't we forgetting someone?
A senseless waste. His ludicrous search for the Necrobot ends unfulfilled. A terrible, terrible tragedy. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo? I thought Flywheels was your friend. You're just going to leave him here?
You're right. What were we thinking?
I'm having his rotor system.
There's probably enough for a sip of Innermost Energon each.
Leave the knees for me.
Roses are red and violets are blue. One day we'll cruise down, but go challenge me.